So before starting, I wanted to thank Turiba University for this enriching opportunity. And I would like to reiterate my joy in being part of CODEMAL project. I also want to thank all of you, all attendees and participants for choosing to be here together. And so thank you very much. We can start with my presentation. I would like just to mention a few things and introduce myself. My name is Eugenia. I'm a mediator, a family and penal mediator. And I do believe in this field totally, and projects such as CODEMAL help to foster cooperation and are vitally important. So really thanks, and very grateful and glad to be part of this conference today. So I know that we are, almost at the closure of the conference, so I will try to be quite light and fresh as possible. If you would need, I don't know, if you will have any question, please write on the chat and we will look at later. But please, I'd like to be and to build a presentation much as possible interactive, okay? So feel free to write. So today, I would like to make few steps back, starting again from the foundation of all interesting speeches. And I would like to explore with you all few words and their meaning. I'm sure that you probably, all of you probably hear them on a daily basis. But do we really know the meaning of them? So let's start with the first one. Conflict. What does it mean, conflict? Most human beings are either nervous around or afraid of conflict. And however, conflict will always be with us and is a fact of life. Sometimes it actually make it worse. So conflict is an inseparable part of everyone's life, and it plays a key role in progress for individuals, for societies. And I would like to mention Bartos and Weir, two great authors, that explain conflict has the situation in which actors use conflict behavior towards and against each other to attain opposite goals or to express their hostility. I would like to add and give another meaning of conflict. So I'd like to share with you another meaning of conflict, like as a source of changes and as a force for progress. Because conflict also creates life. Through conflicts, we respond, we innovate and change, and it can be understood as a motor of change, if handled well, I have to add as well. So conflict keeps relationships and social structure honest, alive, and dynamically responsive to human needs, to aspiration, to growth. So I'd like to share this because we need to perceive conflict as an opportunity instead of a problem, and divide and detach conflict from the general meaning that we have such as a problem. So I wanted to be a little bit challenging with the title that was better to be present rather than represented. But please do not misunderstand the meaning of it. My point is that instead of representing or being represented, it's vitally important being present in the disputes. and for all and every stakeholders. So I'd like to mention this because projects such as CODEMAL help to join, to include all the stakeholders of the conflict, from lawyers to mediators to different kind of professionalists, so such as a psychologist as well, or policemen, or whatever, judges. So all my discourse wants to revolve around the importance of cooperation. And everyone may recognize the urgent need of acting a radical root change in order to propose a way, in order to create a real cooperation to support all the stakeholders. And as the slides shown, a wider and wiser cooperation between mediators and lawyers is possible, and it could support also the parties, everyone in the process itself. So going on, I would like also to ask to everyone, how is possible, how a conflict could be dealt, managed positively, and also with the cooperation of all the stakeholders. I found an answer. Wait, I don't know why it isn't. Okay, through inclusion and communication. So again, what does it mean, communication? Have you really somehow is a simple exercise, but is not very common to stop a little bit from our routine, from our thoughts, and think about really what does it mean, all these words that we continue to listen to hear on a daily basis, but what does it mean, communication? So I found this too. Communication is the management of messages for the purpose of creating meaning, and is that delicate and integrate way of exchanging information by speaking, writing, or using another medium. In any circumstance, communication is a fundamental element, existing also in conflicts, in disputes, in agreements or disagreements, and is considered one of the most basic functions of human need and relational development and health also. So it plays a vital role and could play a vital role in transforming conflicts and disputes and towards a potential settlement. So I want to share with you another quote today about communication itself. Communication, the very existence of man depends on the accuracy of his communications. And according to Word, 70 to 80% of our life is spent communicating, such as we are doing right now. And it's important, it's really important. It is vitally important trying to harmonize and perfectionate the process of communication at our best. I say towards, from a dialogue, towards a dialogue and not a debate, towards a cooperation and not competition. So project such a CODEMAL that we are all in can be seen, can taught us that world apparently diverse communicating are able to communicate and work together communication, it's something, is really a key main theme in all our lives. So the merge of communication with the conflict and handled well, managed well, is a way really of create a better society. I think I chose these two words, apparently quite common, exactly because I think I recognize in these two words a real importance to look at, to explore, to investigate, to know more about. So I would like to, and another important thing, words can be windows or walls, and everyone has the responsibility for her or his words. But the responsibility is great, and it's wonderful. We really need to keep going in understanding that. So I would like briefly to show you like the situation in Italy. So backlogs have only increased during pandemic situation, with court across the state again spending really jury trials due to COVID, and the situation was not good at all. Despite the new and innovative technologies such as Zoom, for example, to keep many court functions as possible moving before the shutdown, the lockdown, increased backlog trials, but are inevitable. So this leaves litigants and lawyers alike pondering their option for resolution outside the courtroom. Mediation was considered one of the viable alternatives, and I would like to, to stress this, that there was a more openness from the institutional representative, such lawyers and judge, for mediation, for developing mediation. And in particular, lawyers have found that the first mediation, meaning professionally managed, when it's professionally managed, is useful and less expensive and useful tool to bring all parties together and make an informed decision on whatever or not to continue the mediation. So basically, the Italian situation shows a synergy of these two strengths, of these two worlds, apparently different and diverse. And when a practice, such as mediation, for example, is not naturally part of a given culture, law has the potential to constitute or create that culture. And the synergy of law and mediation can be seen as an instrument for social pacification, as well as for a deflation of civil litigation as well, because we have large numbers of case loads. So it's possible. All my words to say it's possible. It's possible to cooperate. It's possible to work together. And I would like to conclude my presentation that I try to be quite fresh and light as possible with this technique. It's called kintsugi technique. It's a Japanese art of repairing broken pottery by mending the areas of breakage with glue and powder of gold, silver, or platinum. Basically, instead of throwing them away, you repair it. This Japanese practice, which highlights and enhances the breaks, the ruptures, creating a beautiful piece of art. And it's called kintsugi, literally kin, golden, and repair is suji. I really wanted to show you this technique because it's a process of repairing ceramics that is okay, but in itself has a really bigger meaning, because these techniques is unique and show transmit its uniqueness as well. And sometimes differences and discord. So considering the situation, a rupture of a vase or a ceramic, a pottery that we really love, no? Sometimes difference and discords could give rise to beautiful and positive outcomes, such as this pottery. And this is possible combining diverse elements that apparently could be seen opposed and irreconcilable. So with the consciousness, I would like to close, to reach to an end of this presentation, saying that with the consciousness that when something is possible in our hearts, is reachable, and with the belief that what we imagine in our minds becomes our reality and can be our reality. So wishing that this project would develop further and would open its wings even more in order to represent, because I'm sure that represent the first step towards a better, peaceful and harmonic world. So everyone, exactly as the kintsugi, with his or her uniqueness or strengths, is able to bring values, to bring beauty. Thank you very much. And for any kind of question, more than happy to answer and to reply.